Well then, welcome back to another week on the TerraFirmaPunk server, playing some more TerraFirmaPunk 2.0. Ooh. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, oh. Yeah. Afro man back there jumping around with his big phone. Yeah, so today we're back from our adventures, and it's time to start repositioning some of the junk from Junk Island over on the main area. So we've got together, myself, Voodoo, and Spud, to do a little building project, kind of the three of us building in the same area, the same sort of themed project.
Yes. I've got my hard hat on ready.
Hard hat on ready, good. Spud's going to take responsibility for building a blacksmith area.
Cool.
A blacksmithery. Voodoo, you're building like a wood shack, a timber yard type place for coal coke and all that kind of stuff, yeah? And I'm going to build a warehouse for the miscellaneous stuff that comes from sieving and things like that, the byproducts that we'll use next to the like blacksmith stuff and the bits of wood and stuff that we need. So it's a general all-purpose little area that doesn't revolve around food. Because the food stuff, you'll see One Wolf and Mike doing stuff, or Mick doing stuff, over that away in their episodes this week, because we split up. We split up to do stuff. Someone's made a staircase. Well done. Awesome.
Yeah, I made
Just
that.
reminded me of something.
I just saw a staircase for the first time. Awesome. And it comes up to the nice level as well. I like that. It's awesome. So we've picked out this area. We've harvested the trees and we've cleaned out some of the dirt. And we're kind of thinking that this is a good place to build our stuff. So I'm going to have the blacksmiths kind of over here somewhere. Yeah?
Okay.
And I'll build a warehouse over on this bit, kind of down the side of the stairs, overlooking this way. And then Voodoo, you're going to be building something over here. We might need to fill in a little bit more first for you, because there's a bit of a drop down here. Depends on where you want it to drop down to. Do you want to drop down into the pool area or something like that? Possibly. We have been ripping apart the roguelike dungeon for blocks. So that's where we got a ton of blocks from. Nice and easy just to see what's there, but it does give us a limited like block type.
Grey.
We've got grey, and then
Black.
we've got wood to go in it as well. So we've got a fair few bits and pieces to be messing around with. And to start off with, I think we just need to get our foundations laid out and in place.
Well, to start off with, I've got something that I've made that we can. There you go, one for you.
Ooh.
And then one for you.
Yeah.
It's been making some beers already.
Whiskey.
Rye whiskey.
Whiskey. Oh, should we have it to start the day, or should we have it
Or
when
in
we're
the hot
finished?
tub afterwards.
We have it in the hot tub
Hot
afterwards.
tub party later on.
Yeah, we'll save that for the hot tub then. That's a good idea. We'll have the hot tub afterwards. There's also a bunch of quests to hand in, but I'm going to leave that for now and set them up another time. These with outline blocks, they form what is it? A multi-block, not multi-block.
Connected textures.
Connective textures. That's the wording for it. Yeah. So we're kind of thinking that that's going to be like the outline or the base of most of these buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we start laying some of them out to get us kind of a scope for it? I think I'll go with shale. Yeah,
I'm going basalt, shale, and rhyolite.
I'm going to go with shale. Yeah.
And some clay. That lime clay that I stole.
Oh, I don't know.
And a hickory with outline I might use for the flooring. Just to see where that takes us. And we need to leave a little bit of space between buildings and stuff like that for nice little pathways. Are we going to go with a standard like 3 wide for pathways? 5 wide if it's going to have edging either side of the path as well. Kind of leave roads and paths 5 wide around about the place.
Yeah, we can do whatever. I just did this
Well,
quickly.
this is a good symmetry. 3 wide is a good size, and then
Yeah.
having 5 wide allows you to put borders down the path, doesn't it?
Make it look pretty.
So that's good standard, I think, and you can do that with almost any block types anywhere. Then, can't we? So yeah, let's get to it. Let's get building. Show our viewers what we've got in mind. At the minute, we don't have a lot in mind, other than roughly where we're building stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll
How
get there.
far out will we go in with the blacksmiths this way?
I don't know. It needs to be quite big because we need 2 forges, a bloomery, and a blast furnace eventually.
Like it's most of this space, then, really.
Probably, yeah.
Do we need to hack the this bit back a bit more, the hill back a little bit more? Do you think that'll help make a bit more space for the blacksmith?
Yeah, I think that might be good. I might eventually. I was going to do it like 2 floors, kind of.
Have a second floor up on top of the hill?
Yeah, not like a 2-story, but like just goes up a level with stairs a little bit.
And then
And the second level will kind of go into the hill a bit.
because you've got to throw stuff down into a bloomery, ain't you?
Yeah.
So having stairs going up to the top of the bloomeries would be nice.
Mezzanine floor.
Yeah, then we can
Little
kind of
ladder or
just
something?
go upstairs, drop stuff into the bloomeries, go downstairs and check on the oven, as it were, to see if it's ready yet. That
Yep.
kind of thing. Yeah? Okay. That sounds good. I like that idea. I'm going to try and work out some edging for this. There's a lamp here. Does somebody drop a lamp? That's quite nice. I like the lamps. Fancy lanterns. We picked that up from somewhere. The way I've got this section, I think I might overhang it slightly because, well, yeah, defy gravity and all that. Might give it a little overhang with something like struts to hold it up over the border. Maybe you can go underneath the edge of the warehouse around this edge.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking the wood store just out and it'd be like a platform over that little pond, possibly.
Oh, build it over the pond on stilts.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's what I was
that would
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, I like that idea. That. Well, at least half of the pond, so the other half of the pond is still decorational,
Yeah.
and somewhere for us to get a quick drink. I like that idea. That sounds like a cool idea. This. I'm going to also decide how wide I want this to be because, well, having chests too wide. That's that first section. Let me put some hickory down. A chest is too wide. Then I also want to kind of leave a space behind the chests for potential piping later, but I don't know how that'll go. So I'll call it 3 wide for that. Then I want a kind of 3 wide gap down the middle of the room. So I'm looking at about 6, 9 wide, and then the walls on each end. Whew, that's quite a big warehouse, isn't it?
That's huge.
Is that,
Yeah.
is that going to be too big?
We're in TerraFirmaCraft. Everything takes 9 years to make.
Yeah, but yeah. Got to have big
Have you got
plans,
enough
innit?
of them blocks?
Well, I can always go and rob some more, can't I?
I suppose.
And that's not too big. Yeah, that'll
No,
do.
I mean,
it kind of fits
the
into
amount of
space.
stuff that we get from this mod pack, you will need a big warehouse.
Yeah. Well, this is
There's a lot of things.
This is just for like the redstone and the coal and the glowstone and the odd bits and pieces of dust that we get from sieving and stuff. That's the kind of the.
Let's say...
It's gonna be night again, isn't it? Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how is that?
What Wolf could do with getting that sleeping bag?
Get a
How
sleeping
far
bag.
this way were you coming? Just so I know where to start.
Is this the?
That's it. Maybe
is the front.
possibly 1 block. Yeah.
So we
I
can
bet
now.
the warehouse.
The warehouse, don't know. I was just figuring that out now because if this path
Okay.
comes through here, then I've probably got another 4 blocks, maybe.
Yeah, I don't want to block the stairs too much, so I think that's as far out as I'll go. Maybe 1 more.
Like that, maybe, and then we can go between the 2 building corners there.
And then sort of...
Yeah. So yeah, that'll probably be big enough.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I think. Yeah, that'll do. That's kind of big enough there. Ah, but then you put the pillar on the corner. Is the pillar going to be corner pillars?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go back.
I can get rid of it.
No, I'll go back 1 or 2.
Okay.
I'll go back 2. Just saves building materials for me, and I don't think I need that much space, and it'll make it look cleaner if I can do some things like that as well. I'm just building the foundations first. Like a dat. We should probably sleep fairly soon because the mobs are going to be coming. Where are the mobs?
Yeah.
Have I spoke too soon?
Might be getting spawn detection.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because we've been around here for so long now. Yeah, that's big enough for me there. It's massive. But I like it. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to fill in the floor, build out the foundations, make sure that the underside looks good. Maybe figure out some way of holding it up. I might use some of those cobblestone walls to hold it up off the beach. And then I will be back in a bit, viewers, because I'm going to cut away and carry on building for a bit, because this is going to take some time, I feel. I need this lumberyard to be finished now, Voodoo. Now, Voodoo. I need all the woods. I need all the woods. We've all run out of woods.
Yeah, I've planted a load more sycamore over there that I've got to wait to grow.
I don't know what colour to do the rooftop. I like these that are coming from the roguelike dungeon.
Yeah, the treated ones.
But they need to be so many of them. I'm thinking of like putting bands across the roof. Having a peaked roof and putting a band across the roof from them.
You could just make these.
Could just make them, yes, but there's lots
of
them in the dungeon. I'm just going to go.
There is a lot of them in the dungeon.
Rob a load more. Instead of waiting for trees to grow and all that.
Well, we've got so much sycamore, you might be able to just use that. Or does it have to be a certain type?
Well, it's the colour scheme, that's all. I'm just using what I've got. Thinking about how to structure the roof to make it look interesting. Because everything sort of, it's all grey, isn't it? So I'm going to try and put some sort of colour in. And at the same time, it's just going to have a load of chests in. It's just going to be a chest room.
Yeah.
So I need to figure something out to make it look exciting. So one of the things... Some
green clay.
Thanks.
Not a lot.
I was thinking of putting some beams across the roof. Carpets.
Yeah,
carpets. Beams across the roof from top to top. But I'm trying to figure out what colour. I just did it all in oak and then decided oak is not right. Oak is not the right colour. So I was looking over here at these different trees over here, and there's some chestnut and that. But none of them seem to be the right sort of shade, what I'm looking for, a red shade. The chestnut looks okay inside, but not necessarily on the outside to go with it all.
You tried spruce. It's kind of pinky red.
This spruce.
No, that's pine. There's spruce over here.
Let's have a look at brush. Oh, there was.
Yeah, there was until wolf happened. There's one tree over here.
I don't even know where you are.
Other side of the farms at the minute. Just checking these out.
Personally, I hate it. The logs look really cool, but the planks...
That might work. That might work.
Quite disgusting. But try that, see what the planks look like.
And then we're going to have to grow a ton of it.
Yeah.
For me to make it all happen. But they don't look too bad.
That's the thing of building this wood store, we're going to have nothing to put in it.
Well, you make the...
We're going to have used it all to build
charcoal wood store. So we're just going to have something in there that's going to have, like, lots of wood for burning in charcoal, isn't it?
Mm.
And there's some big trees, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, eventually we'll have tons of wood.
Yeah, and we have charcoal pits and all that kind of stuff as well.
Once we stop building extravagant blacksmiths and stuff.
Extravagant. I really picked the wrong place to put that log down.
Oh. So yeah, that's the basic outline for mine. Unfortunately, had to kind of block these chickens in and the pigs. but eventually I think we'll move them. Hopefully Mick's not too angry about that, but I will move them if he is.
I think he's got opportunity to move it over to the food farm.
Yeah,
That's a good plan. But this is a fancy blacksmith.
it's quite beautiful, I think.
Just a touch.
Look, they're using quartz in the
quartz
floor.
quartz pressure plates.
Quartz pressure plates. There's
Oh, yeah.
redstone lamps. Oh, look at it. It's beautiful.
Went all out.
It's going to be amazing.
Probably the most used building in the whole village, I think.
Yeah,
until
I guess,
we get to power.
Yeah.
So
And then you've
Until
got
we've built the brew house,
the pub.
which is something I'll plan to make at some point.
Building a proper pub. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot more resources to grind out yet then, have we? Is that the plan?
definitely.
Resource grinding.
Quartz.
More
But-
quartz.
Need to find some more quartz
There's
dungeons.
no more quartz. It's all gone.
No more quartz in the dungeon.
I don't think so.
We'll
I
just have to go to
only
the
saw-
next dungeon then, eh?
There might be more on the lower levels, or just go to the next dungeon.
The
It was
next
only on
dungeon
the
along.
first floor.
First floor, lots of quartz. Love it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
clay.
And clay,
good.
yeah. Quartz might look good just around the outside of mine as well. Just a few touches here and there. Yeah, just to
Just
spice it
every
up a
building
bit.
needs
Yeah, every
a hint
building.
of
Every
quartz.
building needs
Bit of quartz everywhere, yeah. But they're taking shape, and we're getting there. That's the main thing. It's a lot of grinding out materials to start off with, just to build something that looks a bit more than a cobblestone 9x9.
You can't even do that, can you? Because it'll fall on your face.
Carpenter's blocks all the way around,
Right,
9x9,
true.
and just stick
Yeah.
any old block in, whatever you got. Mix match like Junk Island. I'm actually
Zombies!
gonna have a little tea balcony here. Just a little few seats, just sit down. Do a bit of fishing off the side, maybe. I don't know.
You might have to make it a bit safer.
Well, like lights and stuff.
There's an
Yeah,
Afro
maybe.
zombie.
Afro zombie! Don't kill
Anyone?
your brethren!
Does anyone want an Afro like me?
Yeah, go on then.
Afro
There we
buddies!
go.
Sweet.
There's Fred
Oh.
dead. Dead Fred. There's lots of
Oh,
them coming
there's
You
another witch as well up there.
there. Yeah, one
Ah.
of those things.
Oh,
We
infernal.
don't want that guy.
Infernal. Hell no.
Are we gonna stay back from the witch then? We don't want the druid witch thing.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with that guy. And 3 more actual real witches just spawned in around him. That's a bad place over there.
It's a bad place. We'll leave that place over there for one wolf. It's right. That's
Yeah.
over by the farm.
Oh yeah, he's over there actually.
Do we need to warn him? He's. I think he's AFKing again. Look.
I'll just use my bow to hit him closer. Why not?
I know he's
Yep,
fighting.
zombies!
Whoa.
He is fighting the zombies. I'm gonna go and give him a hand if I can. Looks okay. What is this? Oh man, this is
Oh no, there's a.
Brotherhood of the Steam Knight.
Oh no, 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 no! Oh,
There's lots
Well-
and lots of nasties. I just saw a big sword just wafting around from behind the there.
I think we all might need to use that sword.
It's almost gone now. Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go and rip some more of this place out. And come back and do the roof in just a little bit. Well, I've just been farming up a storm. Wolfie's had all these plots planted out and possibly had 3 or 4 harvests already. I just harvested another load because I'm here on the server on my own. So I didn't want anything to mess up and become seeds on the ground for next time. I didn't want anything going to waste. Mick and Wolfie have arranged this cellar here. This sapling just grew here a second ago. Didn't take long. Just boom, big sapling. But what they've got is a large cellar. And if you remember from my Season 1 TerraFirmaCraft, the cellars add-on was proving very unsuccessful for me at the time. But it seems now that Wolfie and Mick have managed to get it all sorted. And we've got this beautiful cellar. Well, dark, cold cellar. Requires a few snow blocks, which requires a little trip north with a shovel every now and again. And we're storing all of our bits and pieces in. There's not a lot of fruits in at the minute because the fruit trees and fruit bushes haven't really yielded. But check out the vegetable stocks just from a couple of harvests. Quite a bit of potato, quite a bit of cabbage, some more potato, green beans and all sorts. We've got so much stock in here. And the decay rate in a cellar is very, very limited. So it'll take a long time for this to decay in the cellar. The cellar's add-on is awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Especially when we're harvesting so much for so few. There's only 4 of us that actually are going to eat all this. But it's a big, big, big area. And Wolfie's got it all planned out and all planted out. I've just literally harvested all the crops, put it all in the cellar, and put all the seeds in here. That's a lot of seeds. So there'll be another bumper crop soon enough. But that's good for now. He's also, you'll probably see in Wolfie's episodes that he's got a fruit tree field over there. In fact, I think they're fruiting. We'll have to see about those a bit later on. And there's more fruit trees around and about all over the place. But I'm still working on this project here, the warehouse for things, the warehouse and stores. We've got quite a bit done over the course of the episode that you've just watched. And Voodoo is doing well here. Probably come back and finish it off a bit later on, I'm sure. And Spud has done quite a bit here as well. It just took a long time of building and stuff. But it's a brilliant project. It's a great build, great project. And here. But now I've got to try and match mine in some way, shape or form and put a roof on. Now I'm kind of liking the castle-like topping. I don't know why it's developed like that. It's kind of a resource-gathering minefield, really. The base of it, I did something different there, and then I put these in to interlock it all in, and I've put those bits of wood in there as a feature block, just to try and make it something interesting with fairly boring block choices that we've got from our pillaging. But I don't know, it doesn't look too bad. I've been doing a lot of woodwork inside, look. So we've got the floor and everything. I've got all the beams now in place with all the spruce logs. And I like the beams. I like that it brings the ceiling down but adds a little bit of depth. I'm planning on putting some jack-o'-lanterns up on top of the beams and maybe hanging some lamps from the beams. But in general, this is what a warehouse is all about. It's got storage for all of the things. Well, all of the stones, anyway. I went through TerraFirmaCraft. I checked through all of these different stone types. So all of these different stone types turn into cobble types. Well, they turn into boulders or rocks. Then they can turn those into cobblestone varieties. You can turn them into smooth stone varieties. You can turn them into brick varieties. So all of those things need a home, really. So I've put I think it's like 24 different types of rock have got their own like section down here. All in the order they are in NEI. So I haven't put them in like any particular types or anything like that. Just all of the different rocks in the order that they are in NEI. And it finishes off around here. So that all the way down to marble. And all I'll be doing is just putting the rock in the top. The kind of the smooth stone and cobblestone in there. And then the fancier blocks and products from the stone in the lower chest. And that should give us a lot of storage space for all of this. Which is cool. But now what have I got with this little bit? Well, this little bit was always planning to use something for the sieve. Now the other day, Spud made a sieve on his episode. If you haven't checked that out, go and check it out soon. But I want to see if I can make a sieve now, just to go through it with you. I need to make a sieve. Sieve, here we go. So, an ex nihilo sieve, people might be well aware that an ex nihilo sieve is what an ex nihilo sieve is. It's only spruce, oak, birch, jungle, acacia or dark oak version. So I think I'm going to have to do the oak side of things. I don't know if I've got any oak in here. Yes, I do have some oak lumber in here. That's good. And I do have a couple of sticks. So that is very good. So let's see if we can make one of these. The silk meshes is just literally 9 string. And I do have a lot of string from clearing out that spider spawner a little bit earlier on. And other things as well. Let's take those. There we go. And then we can make a couple of planks. Was just 2 planks on each side, was it? Yeah, 2 planks on each side. So I'm going to need 4 planks. I've actually got tons of planks from somewhere else, but as I've got leftover planks from making all my chests, I thought I'd just use them up here. And then, nice and simple. There we go, an oak sieve. So I'll put the second oak sieve there, I think. There we go. Now with the sieves, we've already had a look at what can be sieved, and I've started putting things in here. So, for instance, sand. All the excess sand that we get, we can sieve the sand and get potentially some nice cool things out of it. I feel like it is a very long-winded, maybe even a waste of time. But if you've got time to waste and you need those odd bits of materials, it feels like it would be a good idea to do it just the same. So like, what we got? We got some ex nihilo dust and a piece of native copper from that little bit. But as you can see, I haven't got everything every single time. The percentage chances of getting something from sand is probably the same sort of ratio as using the TerraFirmaCraft sieve. Or whatever that is. What did I get then? Oh, I've got another piece of dust. So, yeah, all the sand and dirt will also come in here. So, basically, all the resources that we mine from the ground, all the blocks types and stuff can come in here. But all the sand and bits and pieces, sand and dirt and gravel are the things that we can do. I'll leave the grass there. Sand and dirt and gravel are things that we can sieve. And once they're sieved, then they do sometimes give us special little bits like copper nuggets and native copper nugget and copper nuggets, and there's dust as well. What does the dust do for us in ex nihilo? Do we get vanilla stuff? No. Oh, we got some redstone. So there you go. So we get these little bits and pieces, and some of these little things are nice to get through ex nihilo sieves, but there is no real easy way of automating this stuff at the moment. At least, well, we haven't found any way to automate the sieve. So it is literally somebody standing here taking dirt, sand or gravel and just sitting there sieving away. Maybe 2 people, so we could just sort of sit and chat. And then all the produce, I'll put all the produce in a chest bank here. Hopefully that will do nicely. I've got to figure out where everything is and move stuff around. And then all the copper and native copper and stuff like that, the stuff that needs smelting down, can go straight over to the blacksmith there. Whereas everything else can stay in situ in here. This is a start. I've got to move a load of stuff over. I've got to make a few more chests. I've got to put a roof on the place. It's a very good start, I think, to what? Where? Sycamore barrel on my chest. Thank you very much. It is a very good start for the storage side of things, and then we can start sifting for those rarer ingredients if we need to, get rid of some of the dirt and some of the sand that we've been stockpiling in various barrels and chests all around the area so far. Try and bring it all in together so people know where to find everything at a quick glance, so that we can then start working on some of the wondrous, amazing tech that this mod pack has in it. It really is a progressional build through. You've got to get through quite a lot of TerraFirmaCraft before you can get to the TerraFirmaPunks. Other than just going around plundering places and doing things like that to give you a head start, it would be quite the progression. Hi. Somebody just walked straight in on me. Who's that on the server now? Voodoo just walked straight in on me. Hello, Voodoo. Yeah, so that is it for this episode anyway. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode of the TerraFirmaPunk.